So in today's video, we decided to dust off the Mage. Now, my Mage has a big keybind issue where I was using Pyroblast as Alt 2. And that used to never be a problem because we'd only hardcast it, but now Fire Mages are hitting Pyroblast every other global. So after a few hour session, very quickly my fingers start to hurt. So in this video, we're hitting the 2s ladder with some brand new keybinds. I got Pyroblast on 3, I moved my Frost Nova to Tilda, and I'm a little bit awkward sometimes, but you know what, we still get the wins, and let's hop straight into the games. Alright, so in this clip, we got a game against a Destro Warlock and a Holy Priest. And basically, at the start of this game, we're going to be sapping the Warlock. And I'm going to go up and try to get a Ring of Frost onto the pet, so can't use CS on me in the opener. If he kicks it, it's just a win-win situation, because I don't need my Frost School for anything. I get the Greater off, and we get a nice kidney shot onto the Priest. After I get the second Greater off, which is really greedy of me, I go for this Polymorph. He should have been able to CS that, as my pet did come out of the ring. The timing wasn't even that tight. There was about a second, but we get it. I'm just on the pillar, I'm waiting. And we get the Guardian Angel thing out of the Holy Priest. At this point, we just got to wait for diminishing returns, and we're going to be looking to set up another play. I'm going to try to utilize my Frost Nova to deal with the pet, since we don't have CS out of the way for this go, and I don't want to fake it. I just want to set up a Pyroblast off of this half poly here that I'm going to do. So I'm line of sight of the pet. It can't get me. The Priest is standing way too far back, and he has Holy Ward up, so I'm going to need to spell steal that, or Bondo is going to have to cheap shot the ward off. So we get rid of the ward, we get the full blind out. Priest has no trinket. I fake out CS just so I can follow with a clean polymorph here. We get the sap anyway, overlap. We're not using voice for these games as well, good thing to mention. And yeah, that was the first game, around 2370 MMR, and that game is a game from the first session I played with my new bind. Alright, hop into this next game. We got a game against a Destro Warlock and a Rested Druid. There's definitely a lot of Destro Warlocks. I'm going to be putting that patented Ring of Frost out onto that pet so it can't CS me, and I get the Greater into the sap. I'm going to go for a second one to see if the Druid will try to open on me. The Warlock trinkets, and he hits Reflect, but it's not fast enough. I get my Meteor down, we get some damage on him. He gets Iron Bark, Warlock's defensive wall, and Overgrowth to get all those hots. I'm not able to sheep because we can't control this Druid because he's doing a good job of standing in the Meteor. But the thing that sucks for them is they both have no trinkets, and we duel the Warlock. This was definitely an attempt to finish the Warlock, but there was too much stuff on him for it to work. But we have so much that basically we just need to LOS, not take too much damage, and we're going to be able to set up here in a second. It's a good thing that the Warlock wasn't able to connect during that bash, or my Rogue probably would have went down. We're getting pretty damn low, but I have to go in here. I get a Sheep onto the Warlock, hoping the Druid would dispel it to get him to come out of form. But right here, I get a really, really nice Ring of Frost onto the kidney shot. It actually hits the Warlock too, which is sick. But we have the cheap shots out anyway, so it's not a big deal. And I get the combust and huge damage there onto the Warlock, and he's going to go down. There we go, 2379 MMR on that one, and the climb continues. Alright, and we have a game against a Demon Hunter and a Resto Shaman. And this is on the second day session games as well, and we're starting to get a little bit more practiced and a little bit less rusty here. We get a nice ring off of kidney shot, and we got the DH in a poly that he decides to trinket. I don't know why, but we get some damage out on him. We get the Vitality Conduit, and we put out the blind recently there, and we got the trinket. So at this point, we got trinkets on both people, and we dueled the DH. DH is going to come out pretty low. He CCs my Rogue, and he uses Blur. So we got Blur out of the way, we got both trinkets. Pretty much if we get a clean setup without dying, then we will be able to kill these guys pretty easily. I get shocked on Poly, which is not a big deal because kidney shot's going to last longer than the lockout. I get a Poly here off the very end, and I'm going to combust go here. We're going to get huge damage. I use Ice Block to stop Cauterize from killing me, and I get the Resheep, which is really important here because we're kind of trying to stall out Darkness. I get a really small cheap shot. Sheep, we bomb off of it. We get the DB. And the cheap shot there, and that guy's gonna go down. Before hopping into the next clip here, also please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more Shadowlands content. I'm definitely excited for the expansion, and I'm definitely looking to be making more content as the expansion comes out. I wish I would have had beta, but unfortunately I don't. We're about to hop into the 2400 elite game that I got. This is actually before some of the, I think the last two clips, but this game is really troll, so I don't know. I'll let it speak for itself, maybe. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you work for a goal and you work really hard, then sometimes you just get it and it's like, I don't think that counted. Let's queue it up. So we queue up another game because even though we got 2400, that one doesn't count. All right, so this game, we have a game against Demon Hunter and Holy Pally, and we're going to be looking to get the DH controlled here with a DB Sheep, if I remember correctly. Boom, I get the DB Sheep. We get the kidney shot out on the Pally. I start casting the Greater. I'm going to try and Sheep off of this kidney. He covers me with a half Sheep shot, which was beautiful because I was a little bit slow. My haste is kind of lower than I'd like it to be, and we get a very clean duel on this guy, but I don't think he goes down. He manages to live just barely. We get the sack, we got both trinkets, we got nether walk, all the shit from this team. We just need to run away and live. They're about to do a lot of damage to me though. We actually got divine shield there as well. That's insane. We got every button for one go. I get a nice greater here into this polymorph. Getting the polymorphs between the reset is nice. We get a beautiful sap off poly. And we get the DB here. I guess I just hang out because the DH went down. I would have went for a sheep had the DH not died, but it was unnecessary. And it counts. That's the one that counts. That was the real 2400 game. And we're going to hop into one more clip for this video. All right, hopping into the last clip here. We got a game against Demon Hunter, Mistweaver. And this is around 2480 MMR or something like that. And this is an actual game where we have to go through multiple goes to win the game. And I think I make some mistakes, but overall, not bad. Pretty happy with this game. We get the sap onto the Demon Hunter here, and I'm going to be looking to put a greater. I blink to make it harder for the monk to use ring on me, but he rings himself. We throw the blind early, and we get nether walk right away, which is pretty good. I believe, sap the blind. Did we sap the blind? We do not sap the blind, unfortunate, but it doesn't matter because I get the Nova here on the DH, and I get the nice sheep onto the monk. So we got a really good go coming here in a second. We got the stun DR coming off right now, and I can resheep this still. It wasn't as clean as it could have been. I could have probably... We might have been able to kill that guy or force trinket had I combust it, but I decided to save it. It's a game where I'm going to save combust a lot. I'm going to be focused on using spam poly on DH when we're waiting for a go. So right now there's like 10 seconds on stun DR. So I'm just polying. Then I'm trying to poly the dispel. And I'm going to get graders off whenever I do that because they won't be able to dispel it. Right here I get another Nova into a sheep off of a kidney shot, and we get a nice go. This is a more cleaned up version of the last go, except the monk decides to use trinket and leg sweep me. So now at this point we got through both their trinkets, and we just gotta keep living like we have been so we can get another kill. I'm gonna use DV and do a polymorph onto the DH here and hopefully sheep the dispel. I believe I got it right there. Pretty perfect timing, and I am just trying to stall for stun DR for a second. I'm moving towards the monk, so when we get kidney I'm hopefully gonna be able to get there. I only have one shimmer at the moment, so I'm going to need to be pretty close. I lose a lot of my HP there, which really sucks, because I'm probably going to proc right here. I get the DB into a sheep off of the kidney, and we're going to use combust here. I get CC'd on it, but the timing's not quite there. Fortunately, we got Shadow Dance up. We cover the poly chain with the half sap, and this guy's going to go down right here. That was definitely the most, it wasn't really back and forth necessarily, but that was like the game that we got to play through the most, where we didn't just win in one go. Out of all of the games I think I've played so far on my mage. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. If we can hit like 50 likes on this video, that'd be insane. Maybe you're excited to see more. Subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.